If you're watching this right now, I want you to pause for a second and notice how your body feels. Maybe your knees ache when you stand up. Maybe your ankles swell by evening. Or maybe your hands feel stiff just holding your phone. Now imagine this: waking up tomorrow and realizing that your joints feel lighter, that you can walk across the room or bend down to your garden without wincing. It's not a miracle. It's not another pill. It's food, real, everyday food, that's been proven to help your body rebuild collagen, reduce swelling, and give your joints the support they've been begging for. Before we go further, I'd love for you to tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? I always enjoy seeing our community across the US, Canada, the UK, and beyond. And if you're passionate about natural health, make sure you subscribe, because what you'll learn today might change how you age. I just want to say a quick thank you for your patience. I was away on a short vacation and took some much-needed time to recharge. So I'm sorry I haven't posted in a little while. And if we haven't met before, my name is Dr. Aidan Szabo. I share practical, natural ways to keep your body strong, mobile, and healthy as you age. Today, I'm walking you through 8 collagen-packed foods that can truly help heal your joints and legs. These aren't exotic superfoods or expensive powders. They're practical, affordable, and many of them are probably already in your kitchen. But when you start eating them regularly, something amazing happens. Your body begins to repair itself from the inside out. Stick with me to the end, because one of the foods on this list is so overlooked that most doctors don't even mention it. Yet clinical studies show it can strengthen cartilage and reduce swelling dramatically. Let's start with one of the best. Number 1. Bone broth. What is it? Bone broth is made by simmering beef, chicken, or even fish bones for hours, sometimes even a whole day, until every bit of collagen, gelatin, and minerals has been released into the broth. This slow cooking breaks down the connective tissue in the bones and joints, creating a nutrient-rich liquid that's been used for centuries in traditional cultures as a healing food. Why does it matter? As we age, our body's natural collagen production slows down dramatically. This is why skin starts to sag, why joints feel stiff, and why cartilage wears thin. It's not just getting old, it's your body running low on the very material it needs to stay strong and flexible. Bone broth acts like a refill. It supplies the raw building blocks your body needs to repair cartilage, cushion your joints, and soothe inflammation. Think of it like giving your joints the bricks and mortar they need to patch up cracks and rebuild their foundation. But there's something deeper here. When your joints hurt, it's not just pain. It changes the way you move. You walk slower. You avoid stairs. You might even stop doing the things you love, like gardening, traveling, or kneeling down to play with your grandkids. That shrinking of life is what makes pain so cruel. Bone broth helps reverse that by restoring resilience from the inside out. How to use it. Sip it like tea in the afternoon when you'd normally reach for coffee. Replace store-bought stock with homemade bone broth in soups, stews, or sauces. Try cooking rice, quinoa, or beans in it. The flavor becomes richer, and the nutrients are carried right into your meal. And if making it from scratch feels too time-consuming, many natural stores and even Costco now sell frozen or shelf-stable bone broth that's nearly as powerful. Here's what makes bone broth special. It doesn't just ease pain. It actively reduces the swelling that makes your legs feel heavy, hot, or tight by evening. Imagine sitting down after a long day and realizing your ankles aren't ballooned up anymore. Picture walking into your kitchen barefoot and noticing that your knees don't creak with every step. That's the quiet, steady power of bone broth. It works in the background, layer by layer, rebuilding strength where you need it most. And here's something most people don't realize. Bone broth is also gentle on digestion. For seniors dealing with gut issues or poor nutrient absorption, this is important. The gelatin in bone broth helps heal the gut lining, which means you absorb more nutrients from all your other foods. So it's not just healing your joints, it's improving the way your whole body functions. So if you've ever thought collagen powders were too expensive, or wondered whether supplements really do what they promise, bone broth is the natural time-tested solution. Simple, affordable, and deeply nourishing. But as good as bone broth is, the strongest food on this list works even faster, and it comes straight from the sea. Number 2. Collagen-rich fish. What is it? Fatty fish such as salmon, sardines, and mackerel are some of nature's richest sources of collagen, especially when you eat the skin and tiny bones. Alongside collagen, they're loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, and trace minerals that are crucial for joint and bone health. These aren't trendy superfoods. They've been staples in coastal cultures for centuries, where arthritis and joint pain are far less common.
Why does it matter? Let's break it down. Inflammation is one of the biggest culprits behind swelling in your legs and stiffness in your joints. Every time you wake up with puffy ankles or feel that deep ache in your knees, inflammation is at work. Omega-3 fatty acids in fish directly calm that fire, soothing swollen tissues from the inside. At the same time, fish collagen provides your body with the raw material to repair cartilage, the shock absorber in your joints. Together, they act like a dynamic duo. One puts out the flames of inflammation, while the other rebuilds the damage left behind. The result? Less swelling, more freedom of movement, and greater stability. But there's something else here. Think about how it feels when your legs get heavy from swelling. You sit more, you walk less, and over time your muscles weaken. By reducing that inflammation, fatty fish help restore your energy and mobility, so you want to move again. And movement itself is medicine. It's a positive cycle that begins with something as simple as what's on your plate. How to use it. Aim to eat salmon at least twice a week. If fresh salmon is too expensive, frozen filet work just as well. Canned salmon is a budget-friendly powerhouse because it includes soft, edible bones that are packed with both collagen and calcium. If sardines sound intimidating, try them on whole grain toast with a squeeze of lemon juice. The citrus cuts through the strong flavor and adds vitamin C, which helps your body use the collagen even better. For an easy option, mash your sardines with avocado and spread it on crackers. The key is consistency. Done little by little, your joints will feel the difference. Here's the bigger picture. Eating fish regularly doesn't just protect your joints, it protects your heart by keeping blood vessels flexible, it nourishes your brain to support memory and mood, and it strengthens your bones to prevent fractures. That means more energy to garden, more confidence climbing stairs, and sharper thinking when you're reading or enjoying time with family. It's not just about moving without pain, it's about staying fully alive and engaged in every part of your life. And who doesn't want that at 70, 75, or even 80? When you choose fish, you're choosing not just joint health, but whole body resilience. But fish isn't the only answer. In fact, some of the most surprising collagen foods don't come from the sea at all. And they might already be in your fridge. What is it? The white part of the egg is a concentrated source of pure protein. But not just any protein, it contains an amino acid called proline, which is one of the most important building blocks your body uses to create collagen. Unlike the yolk, which is rich in fats and vitamins, the white is all about clean, collagen-supporting protein. That makes it a hidden gem for anyone wanting to protect their joints. Why does it matter? Many people believe collagen can only come from animal bones, broths, or expensive powders. But here's the truth. Your body can't use collagen unless it has the right amino acids available. That's where egg whites step in. Proline from egg whites supports your tendons and ligaments, the connective tissue that holds your joints together. Think of your joints as a door hinge. Without strong screws and bolts, the hinge wobbles, loosens, and eventually breaks. Proline acts like those strong screws, holding everything steady so your knees don't buckle, your ankles don't twist, and your shoulders don't feel unstable. But here's another layer. Many seniors struggle to get enough protein each day, which means their body is constantly behind on repair work. Without enough protein, your muscles weaken, your joints ache, and even small injuries take longer to heal. Egg whites are an affordable, easy way to fill that gap. They deliver high-quality protein without the extra fat or cholesterol some people worry about in the yolk. How to use it. The beauty of eggs is their versatility. You can start your day with scrambled eggs, mixing whole eggs with a couple of extra whites for balance. You can whip up an omelet filled with spinach, mushrooms, or peppers for a joint-loving breakfast. You can even boil eggs ahead of time and eat the whites as a quick snack. For those who like baking, egg whites can be folded into healthy recipes, boosting protein without changing the flavor. The key is consistency. Making egg whites a daily habit helps your body maintain a steady supply of the collagen building blocks it needs. Here's a thought. If you've been dealing with knees that feel shaky or ankles that don't feel secure when you walk, adding proline-rich foods like egg whites can make a noticeable difference over time. It's like tightening the bolts on a wobbly chair. Suddenly, what felt unsteady becomes strong again. And that strength brings confidence, whether you're stepping onto a bus, walking across uneven ground, or lifting a grandchild into your arms. And yet, here's where most people get it wrong. They assume collagen is only about protein, but the truth is protein is only part of the story. Without certain vitamins, your body can't actually assemble collagen no matter how much protein you eat. And that's where some of the most unexpected foods, fruits you already know and love, come into play. 4. Citrus fruits. What is it? Citrus fruits like oranges, grapefruits, lemons, and limes are packed with vitamin C. And this vitamin isn't optional. It's absolutely essential for your body to take the protein you eat and convert it into collagen. Without vitamin C, the process stalls. That's why sailors hundreds of years ago developed scurvy when they didn't have citrus. Their bodies couldn't make collagen, so their gums bled, their joints weakened, and their skin broke down. Today, we may not face scurvy, but low-grade vitamin C deficiency is far more common than people realize, especially in seniors. Why does it matter? Here's the hard truth. Even if you're eating bone broth every week or salmon twice a week, or even adding egg whites daily, your body cannot build collagen unless vitamin C is present. Collagen is like a house, and vitamin C is the construction crew. Without the crew, the bricks just sit there unused. This is why so many people feel like they're doing everything right, but still don't see results. The missing piece isn't collagen itself, it's the vitamin C that activates it. Think about this in daily life. If you're struggling with swelling, brittle joints, or even slow healing wounds, it may not be because your body has no collagen. It may simply be because the collagen you do eat never gets built into new tissue. By filling that gap with vitamin C, you essentially flip the switch and allow the body to start repairing again. How to use it? The good news is, citrus fruits make this simple. You don't need fancy supplements or powders. Just half a grapefruit in the morning, a squeeze of lemon into your water during the day, or an orange with lunch can cover your body's vitamin C needs. If you prefer tea, try adding a slice of lemon. If you like salads, a splash of fresh orange or lime juice as dressing is refreshing and powerful. The key is daily intake. Vitamin C doesn't get stored long term, so your body needs a fresh supply every single day. Here's why this matters. Many seniors who struggle with aching knees, swelling ankles, or weak cartilage aren't truly lacking collagen. They're lacking the spark that makes collagen come alive in the body. Once vitamin C is there, the materials you've already been eating, bone broth, fish, eggs, can finally be put to use. That's when repair begins. And here's something even more encouraging. Vitamin C doesn't just help collagen, it also strengthens your immune system, protects blood vessels, and helps prevent bruising. So not only do your joints feel better, but your whole body feels more resilient. Imagine having fewer colds, stronger skin, and joints that actually rebuild themselves instead of breaking down. And speaking of surprising gaps, there's one collagen-rich food that most people completely overlook. It's not glamorous, but it may be the missing puzzle piece for your knees and hips. The marker 5, gelatin, unflavored powder. What is it? Gelatin is essentially collagen that's been gently cooked down. If you've ever made a homemade roast and noticed the jelly-like layer that forms after it cools, that's gelatin. It's the wobbly substance in Jell-O, and it comes from the breakdown of connective tissue in animals. This humble ingredient has been used for generations in traditional recipes, long before anyone talked about collagen supplements. Why does it matter? Gelatin is more than just a kitchen ingredient. It's a direct source of collagen your body can absorb and use. Studies show that adding gelatin daily can improve joint stiffness, reduce swelling, and even increase flexibility. Think of it as lubrication for your cartilage. When your joints grind and ache, it often means the padding between bones has worn thin. Gelatin helps rebuild that cushion, making movement smoother and less painful. Here's the bigger picture. Gelatin doesn't just help with joints. It also supports skin elasticity, gut health, and even sleep. Many seniors who start using gelatin notice that not only do their knees feel better, but their digestion improves, their nails strengthen, and their skin feels firmer. That's the ripple effect of feeding your body the raw material it craves. How to use it. This is where gelatin shines. It's simple and affordable. Buy unflavored gelatin powder at your local grocery store, health shop, or online. Stir a spoonful into your morning tea or coffee. It dissolves easily and has no taste. Add it to smoothies for a protein boost. Or, if you enjoy a creative touch, make homemade fruit gummies with real juice. They're delicious, fun, and perfect for sharing with grandchildren. You can even thicken soups or sauces with gelatin, sneaking in healing power without changing the recipe. The overlooked truth: gelatin is inexpensive, easy to find, and incredibly effective. Yet most doctors never mention it. Instead, they often push costly supplements or medications. For someone on a fixed income, this one simple food can be a genuine game changer. Imagine reducing your joint swelling and stiffness without spending hundreds on pills and powders. Just a few dollars worth of gelatin can give you real noticeable relief. And here's something to consider. In today's world, many people have moved away from cooking with bones or slow simmered broths. That means they're missing out on the natural gelatin our grandparents used to eat regularly. Adding it back into your diet is like returning to a forgotten wisdom, one that nourishes not just your joints, but your whole body. Now let's bring in a food group that often gets overlooked for joint health, yet has an incredible role in keeping your bones and cartilage strong: the leafy greens. There's 6: spinach and kale. What is it? Dark, leafy greens like spinach and kale are nutritional powerhouses. They're loaded with vitamin K, calcium, magnesium, and antioxidants, all of which are essential for protecting joint tissue and keeping bones strong. These aren't fancy or exotic foods. They're the simple green vegetables our grandparents used to grow in their gardens, and they remain some of the best medicine you can put on your plate. Why does it matter? When it comes to joint health, bones and collagen work hand in hand. If your bones are weak, the cartilage around them takes more stress and wears down faster. Vitamin K, found in abundance in leafy greens, directs calcium to your bones where it belongs, instead of letting it settle in arteries or soft tissues. That means stronger bones, better stability, and less risk of fractures as you age. Antioxidants in spinach and kale play another critical role. Every day, tiny unstable molecules, called free radicals, attack your cells, including the collagen in your joints. This breakdown accelerates aging, pain, and swelling. The antioxidants in greens neutralize those free radicals, slowing down the destruction and protecting your collagen like a shield. Over time, that means less damage, less stiffness, and joints that actually last longer. Think about it this way: eating greens daily is like adding reinforcement beams to a house. The structure doesn't just hold up today, it stays stronger for years to come. For someone in their 60s or 70s, that can be the difference between walking confidently or fearing every step. How to use it: the beauty of greens is their flexibility. Add a handful of spinach into your morning scrambled eggs or omelet. It wilts down in seconds and barely changes the flavor. Toss kale into soup, stews, or even pasta sauce for a rich boost of nutrients. Blend spinach into a fruit smoothie with banana and berries. You'll barely taste it. And don't worry about always buying fresh. Frozen spinach or kale has just as many nutrients, and it's often easier to keep on hand. The key is consistency. A little every day makes a big difference over time. Here's what's powerful. Research shows that people who eat leafy greens daily often have stronger bones and fewer fractures as they age. And when bones are strong and collagen is protected, joints become more stable and less painful. That translates to better balance, fewer falls, and more freedom to do the things you love. From gardening to walking with friends to simply standing up without hesitation. And here's a bonus. Leafy greens also support circulation, lowering blood pressure, and improving blood flow to your legs. That means not only stronger joints, but lighter, less swollen legs overall. But if you're craving something sweeter, there's one fruit group that holds a surprising secret for reducing swelling in your legs and protecting your joints at the same time. Number 7. Berries. What is it? Berries. Whether blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, or blackberries, are some of the richest natural sources of anthocyanins. These are powerful plant compounds that give berries their deep red, purple, and blue colors. But they're not just pretty. Anthocyanins are natural anti-inflammatory agents and collagen protectors, making berries one of the sweetest tools you can use for joint and leg health. Why does it matter? Swelling in your legs often begins with tiny blood vessels. When inflammation irritates those vessels, circulation slows down and fluid builds up in your ankles and calves. That's why your legs can feel heavy, tight, or puffy by the end of the day. Berries calm that inflammation. They strengthen blood vessels, improve circulation, and allow fluid to move freely instead of pooling. The result? Less puffiness, less heaviness, and more energy in your step. At the same time, berries shield collagen from damage. Just like leafy greens, their antioxidants fight off free radicals that break down joint tissue. Imagine your cartilage as a cushion in your knee. Free radicals slowly poke holes in that cushion, wearing it thin. Anthocyanins patch those holes, protecting your cushion so it lasts longer. That means less grinding, less stiffness, and smoother movement. Think about how that plays out in daily life. Imagine bending down to tie your shoes without that familiar ache, or walking through the grocery store without your legs feeling weighed down. These aren't dramatic overnight changes, but when you add berries into your routine day after day, the little improvements stack up until you realize your body simply feels lighter. How to use it. One of the easiest parts about berries is how versatile they are. Keep frozen bags of blueberries, strawberries, or mixed berries in your freezer. They last for months and are just as nutritious as fresh. Add them to oatmeal, sprinkle them over yogurt, or blend them into smoothies. If you like salads, throw in a handful of strawberries with spinach and nuts for a refreshing, joint-loving meal. Even just half a cup a day is enough to make a noticeable difference. The best part? Berries don't feel like medicine. They're sweet, colorful, and enjoyable, which means eating them daily never feels like a chore. In fact, it feels like a treat. And unlike sugary desserts, berries support your health while satisfying cravings. That makes them one of the easiest foods to stick with long term. And finally, we've reached the last food on our list. It's something humble, affordable, and incredibly effective. Many people throw it away, not realizing it may be the very thing their joints are crying out for. Döntrüchene Dusers, Danatunin 8. Chicken skin and cartilage. What is it? The chewy parts of chicken, the skin, the cartilage around the bones, and even chicken feet when used in soups are some of the richest sources of collagen you can eat. These parts are often tossed aside in modern cooking, but for centuries, traditional cultures considered them some of the most valuable for healing. When slow cooked, these parts release collagen in its most natural form, the very same collagen your body uses to strengthen joints, ligaments, and skin. Why does it matter? For decades, we've been told to remove the skin from chicken to make meals healthier, but in the process, we've thrown away one of the best sources of natural collagen. In many Asian and European food traditions, the skin and cartilage are prized, not just for flavor, but for their healing properties. They deliver collagen directly in a form that your body can absorb and use right away. That means less pain, less stiffness, and stronger support for your knees, hips, and ankles. Think of it this way. Every time you eat chicken skin or the softened cartilage from a drumstick, you're topping up your body's supply of the very material your joints are built from. It's like patching a pothole in the road before it gets bigger. Ignore it, and the road keeps breaking down. Repair it early, and the road stays smooth and safe for years. How to use it? Start simple. The next time you roast a chicken, resist the urge to peel off the skin. Enjoy it. Use chicken drumsticks or thighs in soups and stews, simmering them until the cartilage softens and becomes tender. If you're adventurous, try making a traditional chicken feet soup, which is extremely rich in collagen. The broth that comes from these cuts is silky, flavorful, and deeply nourishing. And here's the bonus. These cuts are usually more affordable than boneless, skinless chicken breasts, so you're saving money while adding healing nutrients. Here's the bigger picture. Sometimes the very foods we've been told to throw away are the ones our bodies need most. By eating chicken skin and cartilage, you not only reduce waste and stretch your grocery budget, you give your joints the exact fuel they need to rebuild, repair, and stay mobile. For seniors living on a fixed income, this is one of the simplest, most cost-effective ways to fight back against joint pain and swelling. And when you think about it, there's something beautifully full circle here. Our grandparents used to make soups and stews from every part of the chicken. Nothing wasted, everything used. They understood without modern science that these foods made them stronger. Now science confirms what tradition always knew. Those humble parts are some of the most healing foods you can eat. So let's bring this home. We covered 8 collagen-packed foods: bone broth, fatty fish, egg whites, citrus fruits, gelatin, leafy greens, berries, and chicken skin. Together they create a natural toolkit for your joints and legs. No single food is a miracle, but when you bring them together day after day, your body has everything it needs to heal swelling, protect cartilage, and restore mobility. Now imagine yourself 3 months from now, walking into the garden without wincing, standing up from your chair with ease, feeling steady and confident as you climb stairs. That's not just wishful thinking, it's the very real outcome of giving your body the right foods. So here's my challenge to you. Pick just one of these foods and start adding it daily this week. Notice how your body responds. Then layer in another. Bit by bit, you'll build a diet that feels nourishing, healing, and deeply supportive. I'd love to hear from you. Soothe, which of these 8 foods are you most excited to try? Share it in the comments below, and let's learn from each other. If you found this helpful, hit the like button and subscribe. because we've got more practical, natural ways to stay mobile, independent, and full of life. And if you want to go deeper, my next video covers how to combine these collagen foods with simple stretches that actually keep your knees young. Because remember, aging is natural, but suffering doesn't have to be.